Hi there, my name is Kirk Hamilton. I'm a musician, writer, teacher, and most relevant for this video, I am the host and creator of the music podcast Strong Songs. I'm making this video today, not my usual thing, I normally make podcasts, but I'm making this video today because I'm very excited to announce that I am launching a Patreon for Strong Songs. Now you probably know what Patreon is, or you've at least heard of it. If you don't, it's a service that lets you pledge money to support independent shows like Strong Songs, or a YouTube channel or an illustrator. There are a lot of really cool people making really cool stuff on Patreon, and that's one reason that I'm very excited to launch one of my own. I've been putting out new episodes of Strong Songs every other week for the past 6 months. I just broke a dozen episodes. I've covered everything from Toto's Africa to Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, songs from Beyonce and Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers and ABBA, Disney movies and Broadway musicals. I've covered a whole lot of stuff, and I'm really excited to cover a whole lot more. Each episode of Strong Songs takes a famous song and tries to really pick it apart and figure out what makes it work. I play a bunch of instruments, so I'll use those to isolate individual parts and talk about what the musicians are doing on the recording. I'll also play piano and break out the music theory or talk about the songwriting approach that a given song might take. The goal is to give people a new appreciation for the music so that you can hear a song that you've heard, probably 30 or 40 times and hear something new in it and really appreciate what makes it so great. I've been having a blast making the show, and a lot of people have been listening. Like, a whole lot of people have been listening, more people than I was expecting. Everyone really seems to like the show, which is super cool and makes me feel really good. It also, kind of unsurprisingly, makes me put a lot more work into each subsequent episode of the show. Each episode really requires multiple days worth of work. I do everything myself in my home studio, and from learning the music on the piano to charting out the episode and coming up with my sort of themes that I want to highlight, to actually recording and mixing the show, to then re-editing the show, bouncing it, listening to it, going back and fixing things, along with all the administrative stuff that I've been doing for Strong Songs. It's really become a pretty major undertaking. I have a lot of other music projects going, but Strong Songs has kind of become one of my main projects, which is great and something that I really want to continue, and that's where Patreon comes in. I want to stress that nothing about the show is changing. It's still going to be totally free. It's still going to be every other week. It's still going to talk about music. It's not going to become a movie podcast or something. Really, this Patreon thing is just for people who want to support the show and help me make it. I really think it's important that Strong Songs be as accessible as possible. One of the coolest things I'll hear is when I hear from teachers who play the show for their students or from parents who play for their kids. It's really meaningful to me that a lot of people listen, and that's my priority. So the Patreon is really just a way to support me making the show if you're able to, and if you're not, that's totally fine. It'll be like I'm not even doing anything different. If you do want to back the show, that's great. I really appreciate it, and it'll make it possible for me to put as much time into the show as I think that it deserves. It's pretty standard. It's about what you would expect. You can back on a per-month basis. There will be 2 episodes per month. You can find more information over on my Patreon page. There's a link probably below this video. There's also a URL, I think probably on the screen, that I'm adding in post-production, so somewhere around me you'll see that. It's pretty straightforward, though. I'm also totally down to answer questions. I'm really easy to get a hold of. I'll be over there. I'm online. I'm easy to find. Ask me if you have any questions. Thanks for considering it. Thanks for watching the video, and thanks for listening. It's been really cool to make this show, like more cool than I can say, just to get to share music with this many people and to get to talk to you all and hear from listeners about the show. I've been having a great time, and I'm really excited to be doing it, and I'm very excited to make many, many more episodes of Strong Songs.